Does it make sense for Karen to take Social Security at 62 and invest it, or to wait till she's 70? So I'm going to do a group of videos here. I'm not exactly sure how it's going to play out. I was messing around with this last night, the software, and I thought it'd be kind of interesting. I just said, let me start recording this, and we'll just kind of go through what I'm looking at, and we'll see how it shakes out. But initially, we'll start with Karen, just as she's single, and we'll see what it looks like relative to 62 to 70. Then we'll look in terms of taxes. We'll look in terms of cash flow. We'll look into her viability of her accounts and whatnot, and we'll just play the numbers. I mean, look, I guess my typical point of reference would be if you can get 8% a year guaranteed by the feds on top of a 3%, 2.6% cost of living, that's awful hard to turn away from. But then I start saying, as I did other videos, if you can get 4% a year from Social Security, reinvesting it, then it's tough. So I'm kind of, I don't have a dog in this fight. So it'll be interesting to see how it shakes out. So let's go into this. All right, so we got Karen Sample, excuse me. And she is single, but Karen Sample, she's 62 years old. She lives in California, and we got a planning horizon until she's 90. So we expect her to live until she's 90 in the great state of California. Her net worth, for simplicity, we're going to start simple here, is that she has $335,000 in the Vanguard Life Strategy Growth Fund. There's no reason I did that specific amount. I like 10,000 shares. It's just a nice round number. And she's got a property worth $300,000. All right. So notice in her property, she has no debt, but she also has no property tax on this or no insurance. And just bear with me. There's going to be a method to my madness here. So just bear with me. I'll show you what I'm talking about here. Let me move myself out of the way. So her total net worth consists of, if we go to dashboard, $634,000, and you can see how it's broken down here. Her IRA, and then her primary home. All right, so that's how it's broken up. All right, so let's go back to profile. All right, so now the question is, when does she want to retire? We got a goal that she wants to retire at the end of this year. All right. Now, for simplicity, I'm making no expenses at all because I want to start the scenario with nothing, just taking Social Security and reinvesting it. And then once RMDs kick in at 70, what does it look like? Does that make sense? So I'm going to get a gauge. I'm keeping notes on this with net worth and stuff, with just taking Social Security and reinvesting it. In this case, you can assume that all her expenditures are met from other sources. I don't really care. All I want to do is get a gauge of, if she takes Social Security early and invest it, what does it look like relative to if she takes Social Security later and, then she'd have to take it for someplace else. So I hope that makes sense. So now, income. She has $35,000 in her salary, but again, she wants to retire this year. So let's see what it looks like. Savings doesn't matter. And again, you'll see no expenses. I literally have no expenses, and it's just her. All right, makes sense. So now let's go to investments. And the Vanguard Life Strategy Growth Fund is we're getting a 7.1% is what we anticipate going forward because it's an 80-20 stock to bond mix. All right. Tax allocation is all in IRA. All right, so let's see what we got. We're going to go to retirement. And again, I'm just starting this now, so it'll be interesting to see how this all shakes out. All right, so she has a proposed retirement analysis of 100%. Well, that makes sense because she has no expenses, so I don't really much care about that. But let's go to cash flows, and I think in here I got Social Security. I guess Social Security. Actually, I forgot when I took Social Security. Hold on just a second. When did I take Social Security? I took Social Security at 62. Okay, I got Social. Oh, that's right. Social Security at 62, and her PIA is 2,000. So her benefit will be about $1,500 a month is what it would be because she takes that 62. All right. So here's the current plan, which is also the proposed plan. She'll have $3.22 million net worth at her death. So let's just take a look at this right here. Seems high to me. Why would she have that? I guess because she's just taking Social Security and reinvesting it. All right, so if she were to take Social Security at 62 and reinvest, she'd have $3.22 million net worth. And again, look, I get it. This is just the beginning. Please don't get too caught up. This is just for simplicity for the time being. She won't run out of money. That will be her median, 3.22 at her death at 90 years old. Yeah, okay, good. All right. So let's look at cash flows. and see what we're looking at. So here's her income flows. That's her Social Security growing at 2.6 a year. So she has net flows of $18,000 on the beginning. All right, let's see how that's shaking out here. So we'll go to investment assets. She starts with 334,000 in her IRA, growing at that 7.1%, and she's adding 18,000 a year to her non-IRA because the Social Security is being invested. So her 18,000 a year that she's getting is being invested in a taxable account. Let's go by additions. Yeah, okay. So she's adding 18,000, 18,000, 18,000 to a taxable account, and that will also be grown by 7.1%. So every year she's adding $18,000. All right, so now we got, is that from taxes? So it's not quite 30. Oh, yeah, that's 30. That's right. There you go. Never mind. Scratch that. Does she not have any taxes? No taxes. Now she'll start having taxes down here when she hits RMD age. Okay. So let's go back to summary. Income flows 18,000, total flows 18,000, net flows 18,000. Next year is 18,468 because of 2.6% a year increase in Social Security. Planned distributions here are 21,202. That's her RMD. So let's go back to accounts and ending balance by accounts. When she hits 70, that 335,000 she has now will grow to 559. Her taxable account at that point will be 220. All right, that makes sense. And then she'll add another 30, what's her income flows at that point. Her Social Security at 70 is 21,000. Okay. So she's going to add 21,000 to her taxable accounts, plus the growth she's getting on it as well. So 220,000 growing at 1.071. Oops. 220,000 times 1.071. All right, plus 20, what did I say, 20,000? Yeah, that's about right. Okay, gotcha. Now she's going to have to pay taxes from this money too. And so let's see if we got any additions to accounts. Yeah, okay, good. It does. All right, sweet. So what's happening here is they're saying, look, this is her Social Security in year one, Social Security in year two, the 2.6% cost of living, year three, year four. Now she's 70, her Social Security actually declined by $1,200. And the reason why it declined by $1,200 is because of taxes that are coming out of there. So 2,996. Let's see, taxes. Yeah, there it is. $1,500, $1,800. All right, sweet. So that $1,800 is coming from the Social Security. So she has to do the RMDs, right? So she has accounts. Bear with me just a second. Yeah, so 542, 559. But she has to do the RMDs. Which actually I want to go accounts. There we go. I want to go addition to accounts. So she's adding less each year to her taxable accounts because the taxes on her RMDs are higher. So now you can see when she hits 70, she's adding 19,724. Then when she hits 80, she's adding 14,559 because the taxes are increasing. And then when she's adding 90, she's not adding anything because the taxes are so high at that point. All right, cool. That's good. Let's go back here. Yeah, there you go. The taxes are taking the entirety, where the California taxes and her Fed taxes is taking up the entirety of her Social Security, which means she's not adding anything to the portfolio. So let's just go to income flows. Yep, there you go. There's her Social Security again at a 3%. Yeah, at a 3% cost of living, a 2.6% cost of living is $36,000. But in that case, her taxes are $37,000. Okay, good. So her taxes are growing pretty significantly as she goes forward. But remember, there are no taxes on the front end. She doesn't pay anything on the beginning because there's no income. I mean, there's no all her income is Social Security. Let's take a look at the tax thing here. Yeah, see, look at that. So she's got no taxes here from 62 to 69, and then 70 she starts having taxes because of RMDs. And so what we have here is when she hits 90, she's paying basically 20% income tax bracket. All right, so that's good. So 20% income tax. Actually, you know what I want to do? I'm going to do something else too. I'll save a copy of the tax thing, and I'll save it to a spreadsheet to get what that looks like. I'll do that here in just a second. All right, let's go back to retirement. Let's go back to cash flows. All right, so how much does she have in net worth at her demise? She has 4.2 total net worth, of which 3.02 is taxable plus 0.675. Is that her IRA right there? That's her 401 IRA. So she has 3.69 liquid net worth. So by the time she hits 90 and she dies, she has 3.69 liquid net worth, total 4.2 with a home. Okay, good. All right, so let me pause this for a second. I want to do a spreadsheet. I'll be right back. Did a spreadsheet. Let me see if I can't move this. There we go. Sweet. All right, so I just did a spreadsheet, and we got our total taxes here. This is a federal and state taxes. So what we're going to do is we're going to do equal sum. Sum. There we go. And our total taxes for Miss Karen is $329,000. Okay, cool. So she has a net worth. Total net worth of 4.28 million, 08 million. She has total taxes of $329,000. I'm trying to think of anything else I'd want to look at that here. So that's when she takes Social Security at 62. Again, we're not having any income. I just want to compare. I just want to compare taking Social Security at 62 and reinvesting it at the 7.1% we're getting. All right, let's stop there. I'll do another video where we take it at 70 and see what that looks like. Okay, thanks. We'll go back to the next, or click on the next video. We'll do that here in just a sec.